Hey! Okay, so the title of this video is How to Get Rich Quick. So, hi! Good morning, good afternoon, what's going on? So, I put up the video name called How to Get Rich Quick because I know that it's a very controversial title and I want to get y'all's attention. Okay, while we're talking and chatting, how you doing? Comment below where you're from and what time is it in your city. I'm putting on my lashes while we're chatting, so we're multitasking. And it's been a while since I did a live video. I miss you guys. So, how to get rich quick. So, the reason why I titled this is because a lot of people want to get rich quick. So unless you win the lottery, you're gonna get rich quick. But even if you want to win the lottery, you're probably the chances of you winning the lottery is very low if you feel like the world is against you. So, hi. So basically, I had been watching a lot of like YouTube videos about like successful entrepreneurs, like millionaires and stuff like that. And I feel like I want to talk about this because um I just want to shed some light because a lot of people think that it's bad to have money, or like they always think that rich people are always like bad. You know what I'm saying? Or like it's bad to like show off your money and buy things that you want, but at the same time, we only live once. So why not be able to buy whatever you want, right? Like think about it. If you don't have money, if you're poor, how are you going to help other people? Like if you have a family that is sick, that needs help, like how are you going to help them? um how are you going to help them, right? If you can't help other people if you can't help yourself first. So when it comes to like getting rich quick, obviously that's that's not a thing. Okay? So if you want to become an entrepreneur, there's work that involves, right? You can't just like think that you're gonna buy some lashes to sell and then you're rich tomorrow. Because that's not how it works. If you feel like that's how it works, then you are misguided, ma'am. So a lot of people don't become successful or like make sales in their business because for one thing, and that very one thing is your fear and your limiting beliefs. So this is something that I've realized throughout my journey as an entrepreneur is like I used to think that I had to have um like an investor. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know why I've always felt like I had to have an investor that can invest in my business. And me going through that, by the way, this is my eyelash brand, Luscious Eyelashes, Bombshell. So we're about to put this on. So okay, before I started my business, like I've always wanted to start my own business, right? And I always felt like I need to have somebody to invest money for me. Like I need to have my mom help me out. I need to have other people, like I need to find an investor, right? And that came from a limiting belief because they say that you need to have money to invest in your own business, which is true 100%. But if you, for example, if you're broke as fuck, right? Because I've been there, okay? I've been homeless, I've been carless, I've been jobless before. I've been like, I'm 29 years old. I just turned 29 this year. And I've been through a lot, okay? So it's not like something that I just started one business and think that you just become a millionaire and become rich in one business. I've tried so many type of business in the past, and there's a lot of things that held me back. And I want to share with y'all my struggles and like the things that I've learned with my in my journey. So first one, when I was like 15 or 16, I think I was like, I was a little teenager. And back then, internet was not a thing. There was no Instagram, okay, but there was the Etsy shop where you can sell your products on Etsy. And something inside of me felt like I just always knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. But my mom, she came from a lack mindset. Even now, like, I don't talk to her all the time. I do talk to her a lot, but we don't talk about exciting things about business because she don't understand. So, anyways, where I'm getting at is you can't expect other people to you can't expect other people to believe that you can do it. Like, for example, when I was a teenager, I said I was gonna start a jewelry business. Okay, so I started looking for a wholesaler in US, like a US vendor for necklaces, bracelets, earrings, whatnot, and I found one. And I bought $300 worth of inventory, and I start putting it up on Etsy, and I start getting good reviews about it. People loved it. But then later on, I found some of the necklaces that I was selling on Etsy from my supplier that the rhinestones were falling off the necklace. Okay? So if you guys are late, I'm gonna be here for a little while because I'm doing my eyelashes and I want to talk to y'all. Okay, I want to be here for the ones that want to be their own boss. So if you want to be your own boss, make sure that you go back to my page later, okay? Because I'm gonna re-upload this, and I want you guys to listen to me while you're driving or doing something else, whatever, just so you can get your mind enriched with, I need you guys to get enlightened with your mindset, because if you feel like other people are successful just because they're lucky, or it's not for you, or it's impossible for you, you're limiting yourself, you're putting yourself in a box. Okay, so I want you guys to train your mind to think that you can achieve anything. You need to train your mind that it's the possibilities are endless, because that's the truth. The social media, I'm gonna go back to the story, this is important, but the social media, they want you to think that it's impossible for you. Like, you have to be rich, born rich. Like, you know, that's not true. Like I said, I've been homeless, I've been carless, I've been unemployed. Like, I've been through, done that, got a t-shirt. Okay, so if you feel like you're in a situation that you feel like it's impossible for you to create a business or to make money and become your own boss, I want to create another separate video, a separate YouTube video about what it's like to become your own boss. So I had been waking up at like 5 a.m. because that's why I want to start working, at 5 a.m. Like, when I in the morning, I'm more productive. But today I woke up at 8. So to me, that's extremely late. 8 a.m. to me is very, very late. 7 a.m. to me is very late. Like, I feel like I'm losing time. But I have the ability to, go to bed when I want and get up when I want, and like manage my own time and schedule, buy whatever the heck what I want, and help you guys start your own business. Like, life could not be even more better. Okay? So, like, I feel like the social media, and you know, people always want to make you feel like it's bad to make money. It's always bad to talk about money, because you know why? They don't want you to win. They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to become your own boss. They want you to become like there's nothing wrong with becoming an employee or working a 9 to 5. That's fine. We need them. We need the people. There are people that are meant to work for other people, and there are people that are born leaders, like entrepreneurs, like the people that are going to build big companies. Like, if we don't have these big companies, like, for example, iPhone, like, if they didn't build the iPhone, we're not going to have it. Okay? Like, just think about all these big businesses. Like, we are meant to have them. There are people that are meant to be entrepreneurs, and there are people that are meant to be employees. Now, there are a lot of people that think that they just want to have a business because they think that that's what's popping. Like they think that lash business or lip gloss business is gonna help them um become rich. But the thing is, like, I get a lot of questions sometimes that I can tell that they're not into lashes. And so if you're not into beauty and cosmetics and fashion, why would you sell stuff like that? Like why would you sell lashes if you have no idea what how to put it on yourself? Like you don't even like if you are not a lip gloss girl, if you don't like wearing lip gloss every day and you don't believe in the product, why would you sell it? You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna be excited. Don't be just hopping on the trend and think that everybody's doing it, so you have to do it too. Because there's other things that you can do. Like don't just think that everybody's selling lashes and lip gloss that you have to sell the same thing. Now I sell lashes and I wholesale lashes. So if you want to start your own lash business, you can start, buying inventory from me. But I'm not gonna sell you lashes just to sell you if I feel like that's not the right fit for you. You know what I'm saying? Like there's ways of making money. Like there's always like think about this, okay? So there's this influencer that I talked to for my other lash brand. She has a TikTok almost a million. I think it was like 700,000 followers on TikTok, and on her Instagram almost 100. It was a lot of followers, right? And I asked her how much will it cost to create a video for my brand and to post on her TikTok and Instagram. And she said $700. Okay, so this girl is making $700 per post just to post on her TikTok. Like think about that. If you like, and to me, I don't think of it as like too expensive. Because if she has all those thousands and millions of followers and I pay her $700 to promote my brand, that means I'm going to make more money selling my lashes to her audience. You see what I'm saying? Like if you have a limiting mindset, you're not going to pay it. You're going to be like, "Oh my gosh, that's too expensive." But the thing is like this person, the influencer is giving you a service. Okay, a lot of people are scared to pay other people for the service that they provide that they're worth, because what, they feel like the other person is getting rich, right? They feel like you're losing money. For example, if you are applied to my mentorship program, if you have a limiting mindset, you're going to think that you're losing money instead of gaining your money back, triple that. Because if you, for example, if I teach you everything that I know and you apply all those strategies, the marketing strategies, and if you pay me a certain amount and you double that, triple that, five times, 10 times, you're getting richer. Like you could be richer than me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not about losing money, because it's called an investment. Okay, when you buy shoes and clothes, maybe there's an investment to make you feel good about yourself. But what kind of investment should you be making if you want to be a successful entrepreneur? The type of investment you should be making is to yourself, learning skills. Okay, you need to learn a lot of skills. And if you don't have the skills, you need to pay somebody to help you. That's something that a lot of people are scared to do because they think that they're losing money by, getting in a course or getting in a coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a limiting belief. That's just my opinion. Like, you can argue with me all day long because I don't know. Like, there's no one in this world that does it by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Every big companies, every successful entrepreneurs did it with help from other people. Okay? I've had different coaches, different mentors. I've studied so many different skills. Like I had to gain skills and knowledge about marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like something that just I learned through watching free YouTube videos. Yes, those are helpful, but at the end of the day, you need to invest in yourself and believe that it's you can use those skills that you learned. I don't even think this is gonna stick anymore because I waited too long to put it on. So, how to get rich quick? Like I said, you need to get rid of your limiting beliefs. If you have limiting beliefs, you're putting yourself in a box. So what do I mean by putting yourself in a box? When you say I don't have money, you're limiting yourself to you're limiting your mind to come up with strategies and ideas on how to come up with the money. Okay? When I started my lash business, the original lash brand, um I didn't really have money. I think I had $300 and that was it. Okay? So there's really no excuse. I didn't really have like savings. I didn't know how to do my like build my credit. So if you have a good credit, especially if you're a young person, you need to start building your credit, okay? Personal credit is important. How many of y'all know your personal credit? Cuz when I was young, no one taught me how to build my credit. No one taught me how to do that. And you know what? If you have a business, you can build your own business credit. And if you have a business credit, you can to use that for your marketing, to learn, to acknowledge some skills. You know what I'm saying? To invest in yourself and your business. So I want to go back to some people ask, like, how do I start a business with no money? The truth is, if you want to sell products, you need money to invest. If you know how to do a service, like for example, if you're a makeup artist, you do hair, you know how to do this and that, you can use that as a service. You can build a service-based business and trade your time for money and save that to build your business. You hear what I'm saying? So if for example, if you work for a company right now and you're doing this skill, let's say you work as an accounting or an IT, or give me an example in the comment, like what do you do for work? Let me give you an example. So if you have a specific skill that you do for work, instead of doing it for another company, why don't you do it yourself for your own, like a self-employed first, right? You can start with becoming self-employed, and then so admin, sassy girl says she's an admin. So what do you do as an admin? Like, what kind of company do you work for? Because that's gonna help you think. So security officer. So some jobs you can't really do as a self-employed type. If you're getting paid hourly for a company that you work for, what you can do is save every week. You need to save certain amount of dollars. You can start with $25 per week. It's impossible that you can't be saving that, because you'll be saving you're probably like spending money on other things like food, clothes, or other dumb shit, right? So why, instead of doing that, save at least $25 per week. Like you can start with like automatic transfer from your checkings to a savings, okay? And then the more money you make, the more you can save per week. So you can do an automatic transfer from your checkings account to your savings, and then the more savings you have, the more you can use that to invest in your own business. So accounting office in a tax department. So if you're doing an accounting, if you're an accountant, like you can find your own clients to do accounting for, right? Because now you're learning the skills from your job, and now you can use that to start your own business. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you don't want to be an accountant for forever, if you don't want to be an accountant forever, then you can think about what you want to do long term. Like you need to think about long term, because if you're just living day to day, you're not getting somewhere. If you're living day to day, you live a life just waking up and you don't know what you're doing with your life. Oh, I put too much. You know what I'm saying? No, I feel like this is too much. So if you don't know what you're doing with your life, you need to think about what you want to do. You need to think about long term. Like, do you want to work at the job that you're working at forever, or do you want to be your own boss? So if you're your own boss, you can wake up whatever you want. You can make time for whatever you want, make your own schedule. You know what I mean? I started with my friend and decided to help with court paperwork, for example, divorce, because I know how to fill out paperwork. Yeah, so you and your friend, maybe you guys can partner up to start your own business to help. You know, the thing is like your boss, your company that you work for already know how to market themselves. Now you need to just learn how to market yourself. You can you can find your own clients online. Like you need to learn how to do that. So let's talk about how to get rich quick again. Like I said, you can't get rich quick the same exact day. Like you need to learn, um you need to train yourself you need to train your mind, okay? To to the main problem is the limiting belief. Limiting belief is like saying when you tell yourself I can't do this or I don't have this, whatever it may be, maybe the skills, it may be the money, it may be a situation, you know, then you have a limiting belief. And how do you fix limiting beliefs? You need to listen to other people that don't have limiting beliefs and work on self development. You need to change your mindset because, for example, some people say, I don't have support system or I don't have friends and family that help me. But why do you need them? Why does it matter so much for other people to validate you? You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand what's going on in your mind. If you have a vision of what you want to do with your business, they're not going to understand. They're not going to understand. They're just going to project their own insecurity. That's why when I used to have a job, okay, I used to be an office admin for this IT company, and the people that work there, they always like it's very awkward for me to make conversations because they would ask me like, "Oh, what did you do over the weekend?" Like to me, like I was always building my business, right? So basically, when I finally told them like, "Yeah, I'm building this lash brand," and then they get excited about it, but then like they would say things like, I hope it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope it works. Like, they projecting their own insecurity. They think that it's not gonna work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people think that, it is true that a lot of business owners, like in the first year, second year, that is slow. And there's not a lot of new entrepreneurs that make success with their own business. But at the same time, that should not be a limiting. You shouldn't let your limiting beliefs, you shouldn't be listening to people that saying things that are gonna put you down. That's why I don't like to say, um when people call themselves like small business, I don't the first time I heard the term small business, like last year, right? So um I had somebody called me small business and I got really, really offended. So like it may be true that at the time, you know I'm a small business. Like there's really, um those terms are just labels, like people just label you small business, people label you whatever they want to label you. But at the end of the day, don't let other people label you. When people say you're quiet or shy, that's a label. If you call yourself depressed or you have anxiety, you're labeling yourself. You're making yourself this person that you're not. Like even if it's true, like you're expanding that type of belief that you are this person. So why don't you make yourself believe that you're amazing and you're successful? Why don't you train your mind to think the opposite? You know what I'm saying? Like why don't you change it? Why don't you change your beliefs? Okay? So your limiting beliefs will stop you from achieving goals because if you think for example, like I provide a lot of free information here on my Instagram and my YouTube channel, right? And there's a lot of things that I say there on my videos on how to do this and that. But I watch y'all, like I stalk y'all's profiles, okay? And I look that you're not even doing it. Now, I think you're not doing it because you don't believe in yourself. It doesn't matter how many free videos you watch. Who are these people? Uh that's why I keep deleting these weird followers. Someone from another country is oh my gosh. So, okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the YouTube channel now and go live there and make a video there because there's a lot of weird people here. So basically, like I'm saying, like I have a lot of free information on my YouTube and my Instagram. But then, like if I had a master class, like you didn't attend my master class, you didn't go, you didn't sign up for the mentorship. It's like, maybe you're thinking that you can't do it, or like all people are always thinking about what if it don't work out, what if it this and that. Like that's you stopping yourself from becoming successful. Period. Like that's just the truth. If you don't have money, then you can't always tell yourself you don't have something because you're projecting that to the universe that you don't have something, and that's what more if you're gonna get. Have you ever heard of that term when you say you have a bad day, when you start with a bad day, bad morning, your whole entire day is bad. Like that's your own projection of your own energy. If you say that you're gonna have a good morning, then you're gonna have a good morning or good day the whole entire day. Like whatever it is that you're projecting, your whatever thought you have in mind. We grew up um getting used to thinking about what could go wrong. Like you always have this scenario in your mind thinking that what if this thing happens, like what if everything goes wrong, what if it this and that. Like why don't you need to change that belief, you need to change that scenario in your mind. Like we always create this movies in our mind about negative things that are going to happen, but why don't you just like switch it up? Like why don't you just say why don't you daydream about the things that you want to happen, like where you want to be, like what do you want your home to look like, what kind of money do you want to be making, instead of worrying about what could go wrong. Why don't you instead daydream about the things that you want? Instead you need to train your, like it's free to daydream. Okay. And on top of that, you actually manifest what you're daydreaming about. So even if you're daydreaming about negative things, that's still gonna manifest. If you're daydreaming about good things that's gonna happen to you, that's what you're gonna manifest. You know what I'm saying? And it's true. That's why I noticed, like when I was in my younger age, I always felt like, I was like, why is this happening to me? Blah blah blah. Like I was always making myself feel bad about myself about I always wanted to make I always wanted people to feel bad about me and feel sorry. And that's the wrongest thing you could do, is to project that kind of energy, making people to feel bad about you because if you live in America, especially, you don't live in a third world country. You don't know what you have. Some countries, some third world country don't have food and water. Some countries in Africa don't have electricity. If you've heard about North Korea, they don't have TV. They can't do this and that. Like if you live in America, if you have a lot of blessings that you're not even looking at. If you have hands, if you have feet, if you can see, if you can hear, if you can talk, you have more advantages than most people don't. Like if stop making yourself look like you're like we need to feel sorry for you. You know what I'm saying? I have the lashes idea, but I'm stuck on launching. See, I have my YouTube channel, so subscribe to my YouTube channel. The my channel's in the link in my bio. So if you go to my profile, oops, it's in the link in my bio. So, but then I really want to start talking about this. This is just I just wanted to talk about this, and I really um want to start the podcast because I feel like it doesn't matter if you learn how to market your business or how to take photos and videos or how to set up your ads, how to do your website. It don't matter all that stuff. Those are like the basics, right? If you don't have an entrepreneur mindset, you're not going to get there. I swear to you. Like you're always going to think of something bad's going to happen. You always think that you're always going to feel sorry about yourself and that's going to block your blessings. Stop blocking your blessings. Stop putting yourself in a box. If you've put yourself in a box, what does it mean to put yourself in a box? If you feel like you can't do anything or you're not lucky enough, you're not good enough, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know something, it's like you're putting yourself in a box. If you say you don't have a lot of followers, then build your followers. If you say you don't have a lot of sales, then figure out how to make sales. Like if you don't know how to do anything, find someone who can help you. Like find someone who can mentor you, get a class, get on the something, figure it out. Like if you're putting yourself in a limiting belief, you're blocking your mind to come up with ideas and strategies. Okay, you're blocking your mind to allow opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So that's the fear and limiting beliefs. I feel like, I know it's easier said than done, but like I think what's gonna help is being self-aware, like becoming self-aware of your thoughts. Like if you start noticing that you're thinking about bad thoughts, you need to check yourself. You need to like, hey, stop this shit. Like, think of something else to think about in terms of, for example, if you think in your mind that you don't have money, say, how can I make money? If you think you don't have this, how can you get this? You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is that you feel like you don't have or you can't do, instead of saying I don't, or instead of saying I can't, say how can I figure this out? How can I get this? How can I do this? Now, when you ask that question in your mind is literally looking for answers on how to help you out. Okay? Like if you don't fix your mindset, you're not going to allow any opportunities, you're not going to allow any type of learning. Like you can't learn marketing, website, starting a business. You can't learn that if your mind is blocking yourself. Like you're blocking your own mind because even if you have the most beautiful website or the most perfect products, you're not going to promote it because you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in your products. Now, how do you start believing in yourself? Like, you need to start feeding your mind with, you need to feed your mind, positive thoughts. Stop listening to the news. Stop watching the news. Stop listening to people saying that you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Stop. That's why for me it's okay to not have a lot of friends. I'd rather have a lot of friends that are the same mindset than have fake friends that just waste my time because my time is valuable. I hate it when that's my biggest pet peeve is when people waste my time. You know what I'm saying? People don't give a shit about wasting other people's time. So you need to protect your energy and your time. So let's go back to the how to get rich quick. You can't get rich quick unless you win the lottery. Okay. And even if you win the lottery, you don't know how to multiply it because you don't know the skills to get the money. Okay. That's why just getting handouts is not helping you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just want handouts. Like, give me this, let me do this. Like, they just want free shit. Free shit is cool, but you need to learn how to do it on your own. That's why, something that you can always lose money, but you can never lose your skills. That's your experience and your skills. That's your something that nobody can take that away from you. That's why it's important to learn skills. Okay, what kind of skills do you need? Skills on how to do marketing, skills on how to have an entrepreneur mindset. That's a skill. Okay, if you don't have skills, if you don't know what you're doing, this is the top three that you need to become successful. Number one, mindset, successful mindset. Number two, you need to learn the skills. Number three is taking action. Even if you have the mindset, if you don't have, if you, even though you know how to do it, if you know how to market your business, if you know how to take pictures, if you know how to set up websites, if you're not taking action, you're just sitting around scrolling through the internet and just doing nothing, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay, you need to have a balance of you need if you don't have a launch marketing strategy, if you don't have a Black Friday strategy, you don't know what you're doing. You're not doing anything. You're just sitting there watching other people's businesses and getting feeling bad about yourself. Like, I've been there before. Like, there were times that I felt like I just wanted to just curl up in bed and don't do anything. Like, I just cry in bed. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes becoming a business owner, that's very stressful. Like people like think it's just, oh, you have a lot of orders, da 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 da. But there's a lot of things that go with entrepreneurship that a lot of people don't talk about. Okay, there's people that there's things that happen that you have no control over. So if that happens, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna cry? Sure, you can cry about it, you can feel bad about it, but if you let it grow, if you let it make you feel bad for the rest of your life, you're not growing. If you're not failing, you're not growing. If you're not growing, you're dying. You're not if you're not making mistakes, you're not learning. Okay? Stop expecting everything to be perfect. Nothing is perfect. Stop being so scared. Like scared of this, scared of that. Like if you walk outside and drive your car, you could get run over by a truck. You can die anytime. So stop being scared. Okay? Like making mistakes and failure is inevitable. You can't help it. Like that's just how it is. Like look at little babies. How many times do they try to crawl and try to walk and they fail? They keep falling down. They keep falling down. But later on they still learn how to walk. Think about it. Like everything in life is a learning opportunity. It's not a mistake or failure. Like if you're not making mistakes, if you're not failing, you're not learning because you actually sometimes we have to pay for our own mistakes. Like there were times that I wasted a bunch of money running ads that don't work. But at the end of the day, it's not I don't look at it as losing money. I look at it as gaining knowledge and experience so I know what to do next. So I know what not to do next. Okay? Stop thinking about I'm so scared to start a business cuz I'm going to lose money. You're not you're not going to be an overnight successful millionaire just by starting a business today, and that's not how it works. You need to learn a lot of things, and it's okay. If you're not doing anything about it, if you're not posting, you're not learning. Okay, let me give you an example. There were, I have a lot of posts on Instagram and YouTube that didn't have a lot of views, and it's okay to me because I'm learning how to change it, how to make it better. Okay, that's the biggest lesson you need to learn and understand is how to improve things. Like if you posted Instagram Reels or TikTok and you only have 100 views, that's still 100 views. It's not zero, it's 100. Stop comparing yourself getting 100 views compared to someone getting 12,000 views when they already have built their followers for years. You haven't done nothing. You're just starting out. So why are you expecting big results when you're just starting out? You're not gonna make you're not gonna make $1 million if you just started like a month ago. Stop. Who are you fooling? You're giving yourself so much expectation that's not, you haven't even done the works. You haven't even done the work yet. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to fail and make mistakes. And you're probably gonna hate me for saying that, but you do need to make mistakes and fail so you can learn and do better, because that's life. And that's not just business, that's life. Okay, everybody starts from zero. Okay, and stop hating on other rich people. Like for example, like Kylie Jenner, right? So her cosmetics line, yes, her family were rich, but imagine if she didn't start her own business and just say, well, my family's rich, so I don't need to start my own business, right? That, you know what I'm saying? Like she started her own business because that's her own opportunity, right? Now, there are so many successful millionaires that started from their garage. You need to research all these people, okay? Like not everybody starts somewhere. I started from zero. Like I said, been there, no car, no job, no home. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the switch for me was the mindset. Yeah, like Elena said, Amazon. Okay, so before Amazon started, they were bankrupt for 2 years. Okay, they were behind, like they were negative on their profits for 2 years. Imagine working so much and not getting paid. That's what he did, Jeff Bezos, Amazon. And he didn't give a shit because he knows the vision long term. Looking, it's a long term result. It's not like a tomorrow thing. That's the problem. If you have a job, you get paid right away, right? But if you are entrepreneur, you don't, sometimes, a lot of times, you don't get paid right away. And you got to be okay with that because you're learning and you're building. There's a difference between trading your time for money and trading your time for value, for results. You know what I'm saying? Everybody starts somewhere. So it's okay to start somewhere. But the thing is, like, if you're, one thing I noticed too, like, I noticed, like, some entrepreneurs, they get so much, like, orders or whatnot, and then they kind of get stuck because they just don't want to take control. Like, they don't want to hire other people to package orders. They don't want to grow. You're not growing if you're the one packaging your own orders. You're not, if you're working by yourself, you're not getting help from somebody. You're not getting help getting someone to package your order. You're not getting help to someone to mentor you. You're not getting help to help you with your advertising. You're not getting help, like you're not getting help, period. Like you're not gonna grow. You can't do everything by yourself. You can't do everything by yourself. um yes, correct. I'm still learning. You have to believe in yourself and what you're offering to your, to the consumers. Yes. Now, if you feel like your product sucks and your brand sucks, then you need to switch it up. Because if you don't, you feel like you don't believe in your products and yourself, you're not going to promote it. Okay? So, yeah, so why don't you start, why don't you start promoting in person? Like why don't you go to the people that you know in person and make them buy your stuff. Like I used to do that. I used to go to different restaurants. I went to the strip clubs to sell them lashes. Okay? Like I didn't get shy about it. It's okay for them to say no. Like some people don't want to buy from you because they get jealous that you're doing your own business. Some people are gonna buy from you and become your loyal customer. So you just never know, and you just need to put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I never felt shy, like going to these different restaurants, going to these strip clubs to sell my lashes. I brought my whole bag of lashes and show them like, hey, I sell lashes. Do you see any of these styles that you probably would wear? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know who are gonna be your customers. Like, you need to stop worrying about yourself. Like, you need to stop worrying about what people think about you or say about you, because at the end of the day, you could be the most perfect person and people are still gonna criticize you and say shit about you. So what's the point of worrying of what people say? Elena says, I took my advertisement to strip clubs. There you go. My product is hard to sell because they have so many different people doing skincare. So yeah, so many people are already doing skincare, makeup. You need to think about what makes you different. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you need to be creative. That's why I talk about limiting beliefs, because if you keep saying that, it could be true, okay? Your statement could be true. It's very hard. There's a lot of people already selling it. True. But how can you make your question that you need to say to yourself or ask yourself and tell yourself, how can I make myself different? How can I make my brand different and better so I don't have to worry about competition? So you don't have to worry about so many people are already selling it. If there's already so many people selling lashes and lip gloss, what can you do to make your brand separate and better? Okay? You need to say that, how can I make you know what I'm saying? Like instead of I don't, or instead of, you know what I'm saying? Because you're blocking your blessings again. You need to train your mind and think of, listen to your own words. Like if somebody asks you, what do you do? Or what do you sell? Or you need to be sure about who you are. You need to be sure about what you sell. You need to be sure about what you say when people ask you questions. Because whatever comes out of your mouth, you need to evaluate why you say things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I do that. Like I always analyze what I say. Sometimes I always catch myself downplaying myself because, you know, that was like the norm. But then I realized, like, why did I say it that way? Why did I say, this and that? Like before, I was like kind of iffy about saying I'm a CEO or entrepreneur because, like me going out with friends before, like I always get asked, like, I had the CEO necklace. They were like, what does that mean? What are you a CEO? What kind of CEO? Like, people asked me that, and I was kind of shy to answer it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I realized that why was I being like so, like I didn't want to answer the question. You know what I'm saying? It was more like it was another limiting belief. You know what I'm saying? It's like I know I'm doing like good with my business, but why do I feel like I shouldn't be proud of it? You know why? Because social media and the world wants you to feel like you need to keep downplaying yourself when you're not supposed to be downplaying yourself. You need to be your own biggest fan, because you never know who you're gonna be inspiring. You know what I'm saying? You never know who you're gonna who's gonna be your next customers. Like Elena says, the beauty industry is saturated, but you can't think that way. Yeah, think of ways to stand out. So you have to create your own lane, speak positive. That's right. So yeah, you need to create your own lane. Don't try to like compete. Like it's okay to be inspired, If there's something that's already working for other people, do the same thing, but don't compare and say, oh, they're lucky because they already have this and that. So how can you create your own customers, right? How can you make your brand better than other people? So just think about it that way. Stop. If somebody says too many people already selling lashes, that's fine. You know how many brands of cars there is? And still people still buy. Like there's Honda, there's Toyota, there's Tesla, there's Mercedes, there's you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Like why does it matter? Like people are gonna buy you from you because they like what you have. You're limiting yourself. Stop limiting yourself. There's endless possibilities. Okay? So you could be an influencer that creates makeup videos and get paid for promoting and creating content. Like there's so many avenues. The sky's the limit. Okay? If you already have a job, why don't you come up with a side hustle? Like why don't you come up with a side gig that can help you save up money? What do you like to do? What are you good at? Ask yourself, if are you creative when it comes to makeup? Are you creative when it comes to singing? If you can sing, if you can dance, post that on TikTok, post that on YouTube, because if you're not sharing your gifts and talents, you're doing the world a disservice. If you have good music, if you know how to create handmade items, products, whatever it is, if you're good at cooking, okay. If you're good at doing eyelashes, if you're good at doing hair, if you're doing good at doing modeling clothes, if you like taking pictures, you could be a model. Like the possibilities are endless. You're the only one who don't believe in yourself. That's why you're not putting yourself out there. That's the problem. um y'all are so sweet. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities. Don't just stop from what you think you know. There's a lot of things you can do. Stop limiting yourself. You're the only one doing it to yourself. If you think that you can't do anything that's you need to get out of your own mind. Get out of your mind. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm losing track of time. What time is it? I've been here for an hour. Wow. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Um, I provide lashes for beauty minimalists on the go. There you go. You can use that as your selling advantage. You need to pick your own niche or your own audience. You can't sell for everybody. For example, if your products are for younger people, then you need to market to just younger people. If your products are for older people, you need to just market your products to older people. You can't sell to everybody. You can't make yourself available for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm helping you guys, young women, who want to become a successful entrepreneur. I'm not talking to guys to become successful entrepreneurs. I'm not talking to older people. I'm talking to young women. So I've like you guys are my audience. You know what I'm saying? So you need to find your own audience. You need to um make yourself different. You can't just be like available for everybody. You can't make your products a lot like older generation, not everybody likes dramatic lashes, so you can't expect them to like dramatic lashes. You know what I'm saying? So you need to come up with a specific you know to be unique. You need to be unique. So I think I have to eat lunch now. So I have new videos coming up today. I will just need to edit them. um Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't. Um, and I think I will head out now because I've been here for an hour. Thank you guys for joining the chat. I love you guys.